Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make long beans. So this is just one pack of long beans that I got at the Asian grocery. I'm going to open it and show you how long they are. Okay, so as you can see, this is a very long bean. This is in the green bean family. This is a lighter color. They come in darker colors as well, and both taste delicious. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to chop them up. And well, first I'm going to remove the ends. So you want to remove the stems on this side, and then on the other end you want to remove the bottoms because they're usually like dried up the bottom. Sometimes these are called yard beans. I just call them long beans. They are very flavorful, just sauteed with some salt and pepper, tomato, onion, garlic, and sometimes potato. I'm going to add potato this time because we like potato in this, but that's optional. But these are so delicious, so let me get started on this very nice, simple, and healthy recipe. Okay, I have removed the stems and the end pieces, and now I'm just soaking them in water. I like to give them a very good rinse before I start to cook them. So, and also before I start to cut them, because you don't want to get any of the germs that's on the outside on the inside of the bean. So just give it a good wash. I'm going to wash it a little more than this. I'm just letting it soak a little bit. This is what they look like. I'm cutting them into inch-long pieces, but you can cut them however you like. Now these long beans are usually found in Asian markets or in Indian markets, so they are a little bit hard to find, but you can definitely use string beans. Fresh string beans, that is. Prepare them how you would prepare any string bean and then cook them in this method. You can also use snap peas, those are good as well. But try to get these long beans, they are delicious and have a unique flavor. The rest of the ingredients that you will be needing are half an onion, 2 potatoes, 1 large tomato, or you can use grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes. I'm using grape tomatoes today because that's what I have on hand. And 3 cloves of garlic. You're also going to need oil for sautéing. And of course, salt and pepper to taste. You can also add some hot pepper if you like. I'm going to add these seasoning peppers. You could also use pepper flakes as well, optional of course. To my hot pan, I'm adding some oil. And I'm going to let that heat. And to this, I'm going to add my garlic, just to flavor up the oil. Okay, that's looking good. I'm gonna let this go while it flavors up the oil for I would say around 3 minutes. I don't want anything to burn. And to this, I'm going to add my tomatoes and just give it a stir. And I'm gonna let these cook down. That has been going for a few minutes. Now I'm gonna add my peppers. And give this a stir. I'll let this go for another 3 to 5 minutes. And now I will add my onion. And I'm going to add some salt to this and some black pepper. I'm only going to let this saute for 1 minute before adding my potatoes. Okay, now I am going to add in my potatoes. Give that a stir. Now I'm going to cover this and cook for a total of 5 minutes. The potatoes might take a little longer to cook than the green beans. That's why I'm doing this, and I want the potatoes to get a lot of flavor before I add the green beans. So let's salt this really good. Stir. And you do not want this to burn, so check it after you cover it. The tomatoes are still releasing water and juice, so might be okay, but you don't want anything to stick or burn, so just check it between now and 5 minutes. So I'm going to cover this now and cook for 5 minutes. And remember to check that nothing is burning. Okay, and after 5 minutes, I'm just going to check. And these potatoes now, I see a lot of liquid has formed. Nothing is sticking. One of the reasons I like to cook the potatoes first like this without adding water is because it soaks up a lot of the flavor from the seasoning and the tomatoes, the onions. So. Add a little bit more salt. And now I'm going to add the green beans. And this is stir. And stir until everything is mixed well. These green beans will also release a little bit of water, but not much, so you have to keep an eye on this. Because what I like to do, first of all, I'm going to salt again, and then I'm going to cover this, cook for 5 minutes without adding water, and check. Okay, it's been 5 minutes, and the vegetables have produced a lot of water on their own, so I don't think I need to add any water yet. Look at all that water. So I'm going to continue to cook this. I'll give it another 10 minutes without adding water, and then I'm going to add some water to help it to cook a little faster. Cooking the food in its own juices will add a lot of delicious flavor. Okay, I'm just checking on my food, and it's still cooking in its own liquid. There's no added water. It seems to be drying up now, so I'm going to add some water, just a little bit. And I just like to add it in one spot so I don't wash off the seasoning. Just pools at the bottom. So I would say about a cup of water. And bring that to a boil, so you want to raise your heat. Push the potatoes down because they do need to cook. You don't want them to be mushy, but you want them to be tender and cooked through. So make sure they get enough water and they boil good. Okay, I'm going to close this and cook this. Well, I'm going to bring it to a boil and then bring it down to a simmer. And then cook for about 15 minutes. Okay, this has come up to a boil. Ooh. And now I'm going to bring it down to a simmer on low, and I will be cooking this for 15 minutes. So this dish takes around 25 to 30 minutes to cook, depending on the potatoes and the green beans. But I'm going to give this 15 to 20 minutes covered. And this is on low. Okay, it's been 10 minutes and I'm checking my food here to see how soft the potatoes are and if it needs more salt. So the potatoes are breaking pretty easily, which is good. I'm also going to test the green beans to see if they are softening. Okay, these potatoes are breaking pretty easily, so it's feeling good. And now I'm going to test it for some salt. Okay, it definitely needs more salt. And some black pepper. Give this a stir. And then I'm going to cook this for the remaining 5 minutes. Might have to be 10 minutes, we'll see. Because some of the green beans They're good. They're soft, but some are a little tough, and they might need 10 minutes. Okay, it's been around 10 minutes. So I would say I've cooked this for a total of 30 minutes, and it's definitely drying up here, and it's all ready. Now this you can eat with rice, you can eat with bread. I like to eat it with naan, but it's very good with rice as well. Don't forget to check your salt. Here it is, all ready to eat. It's very delicious and very easy to make. You can have this with some rice or bread, naan or pita bread, but it's delicious with rice as well or anything. So give this recipe a try, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.